Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kelsey. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today is day 3 of palette week, where I am using the same palette every day this week to come up with some different looks. And this week we are using the Morphe Dare to Create palette. I got this for Christmas. I've been having a lot of fun coming up with different looks, but I kind of want to challenge myself to kind of come up with some different looks. So there's lots of warm tone shades in here, which is what I would be drawn to normally. But today I'm going to do something a little different, and I'm going to do like a greenish purpley smoky eye. So let's jump in. I have already primed and set my eyes, as well as like did my eyebrows and the rest of my makeup. And so let's hope I don't get too much fallout. But here we go. To start with a little bit of a transition shade, I'm going to go into this color here, which is called Canvas, and I'm just going to work that into my crease. And let's pull you in a little closer. Now I'm going to take this green color here. It's like a bright not mustard. What is that called? It's a bright greenish color, and I'm going to work that into my crease using that same kind of fluffy brush. And this shade is called Fickle, by the way. I'm going to start off pretty light, use just a little bit of color. And while that other first transition color kind of worked like up towards my brow bone, this one I'm going to keep a little bit lower. It's kind of funny, I feel like I haven't worn green or purple eyeshadow in a long time. I used to really be into like greens and purples, maybe like end of high school, early college kind of a time, because I felt like I heard somewhere that greens and purples kind of pull out like the green in your eye, and I wanted that to happen. And so I was really into it for a while, and I just don't really ever reach for them. They're kind of fun to use. Definitely different than what I normally do. I'm just taking the little bit of excess green that's left on my brush and kind of just pulling it across my lid a little bit. So one of the shades in here that I was like immediately drawn to when I opened it, and I think is super pretty, is this color here. It's kind of like a goldish green color. It's called So Glam. It's a really pretty metallic shade. I'm just gonna swatch it for you on my hand because it's so pretty and pigmented. So I'm gonna attempt to put that on my lid a little bit. Something I have noticed yesterday with like the 2 shadow look and just kind of using this palette outside of this week is that the metallic shades have a little bit of fallout, so I'm going to try and be really careful. I'm headed to the movies after this. I don't feel like doing my makeup all over again. But I'm going to take that, I'm just going to use my finger and just kind of lightly pack it onto my eyelid. So I did get a little bit of fallout, but not too bad. But I just repowdered my face, so I'm hoping that it's easy to brush away. But that's such a cool color. It's definitely not like any color I have in my collection already besides this palette. It's just kind of like gold, but green. It's very pretty. Now, using a little bit of a smaller crease brush, I'm going to go into this like deep purpley brown shade over here. It's called Expression. It's just a really pretty color, and I think it'll go really great with like the greenish gold look. Again, I'm going to start kind of light-handed because this one's pretty pigmented and I'm afraid of color. And I'm just focusing it on the outer crease area. Well, maybe I need more than that. Gonna kind of tap it in a little bit, then blend it. So I want to intensify that purple just a touch more. I'm gonna go back in with my finger and just kind of tap it on the outer like third of my eye. and then just blend it out. I'm gonna move on to my lower lash line, and I'm gonna start with that same shade Canvas, the original like tan color that I used in the crease, and just run that along the lower lash line. I've been into like a really like grungy kind of looking lower lash line lately, and so I'm planning on doing that today. Then going in with that fickle green color, I'm gonna focus on the outer half of my eye. Then I'm gonna take a touch of that purple shade, it's called Expression, and just right on the outside. That is it for the eyeshadow. I am gonna skip like any kind of like highlight to my brow bone or inner corner. I put a touch of face highlight on those areas earlier, and I just feel like there's enough going on. I don't need to add anything else, but I am going to add just a little bit of eyeliner, nothing on like the top of my lid. I'm just gonna like line my tight line and then add some mascara, and I'll be right back. So this is the final look. I'm very happy with this one. It's definitely not something I would normally do, but still, I love it. And I think it does draw out on the green in my eyes like I used to do with the green and the purple eyeshadows. I feel like this is totally playing up my green eyes. Really love it. I think it's a great look. Maybe not an everyday kind of a thing, but definitely something really fun to go to. And I've just been like loving the eyeshadows in here. Such variety and like super pigmented, great quality. So I feel like this is a successful day 3. I'm really excited for the next 2 days. If you guys are looking forward to seeing those days, make sure you're subscribed. Like in the past, I will link the other palette days below, somewhere, so you can kind of see other looks I've done with this palette. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. I would love to have you around. And until tomorrow, bye guys! Stop.